Miles and Chris Stark on 5 Live.
Okay, everyone, he's a boxer, a rapper, an actor, an internet personality. The guy can do everything. It is the amazing KSI. Good morning, KSI. How are you, JJ?
What an intro. Yeah, very good, man. Very good. How are you guys?
Would you say that you are the UK's biggest YouTuber right now?
From the I know, there's probably
Say
someone,
yes.
man.
Come on, pick yourself up. Listen, I'm from Watford as well. We should revel in every glory that we can get because the football team doesn't always provide it.
I mean, we got Anthony Joshua. He's doing bits.
That's true. We've got Anthony Joshua, yeah. And it's kind of a funny level of fame, isn't it? Because there's Anthony Joshua, there's Jerry Halliwell, the Spice Girl, then there's you, really. Watford royalty now.
Oh, wow.
It doesn't
brilliant.
necessarily go in that order.
Elton John.
Now, if you're new to KSI, KSI is like your online persona, but you're JJ. So is KSI like an exaggerated version of JJ?
Yeah. I guess it's more of a, like, just me, I guess, being more braggadocious and then just me being a certain way in front of the camera compared to how I am in privately.
Can I just say, I loved your appearance on Lorraine's show.
Yeah.
Because you were speaking to her. JJ was speaking to her from his bedroom. Can I just... I've got some of the reactions from Twitter right here. Hang on.
Oh, no.
The state of KSI's bedroom.
Oh. Look,
KSI, couldn't you get rid of that cereal bowl before going on TV?
Oh, man. Look. Okay, first of all, that wasn't mine. It was my girlfriend's, okay? So I told her off for that. Secondly, I made the bed, but because the TV hides it, you couldn't see that. Thirdly, look, YouTubers, like on YouTube, they don't complain. They never mention anything about my room, okay?
Yeah, we always say this. It's mad. Whenever you put a picture up on socials, no one ever talks to you about the thing you're actually taking a photograph of. They always zoom into the background and will pick
Like,
you
what
up
are those
on
curtains?
absolutely anything.
Yeah.
Now, if people don't know your huge body of work, we have got some facts that we have found out on the internet. And JJ, if you can just tell us if they're true or false.
Okay, so the fact is, JJ is now really regretting saying he'd shave his hair off if his album got to #1. It did get to #1 on some charts.
Well, I mean, the main thing was it being #1 on the official UK charts, album chart.
That's right.
And it wasn't. So, that's it is what it is. I get to keep my hair. I'm actually, it was actually the best moment. It's weird to say, like, obviously getting the #1 is crazy, but like, bro, I was up against the 1975.
It's insane. Like, you keep taking on these things and they just tend to go massive. You have got this way. Like, to be #2 is a massive achievement. That's the thing. Like, I love how everyone's expecting you to get #1, but let's have a party for getting #2. It's incredible.
Let me tell you, though, the moment where we had you on the Radio 1 chart and I said that you were #2 and the 1975 were #1, I'd never heard so much joy at telling someone they were #2. It's like, yes, I keep my hair.
Yeah. It was a stupid bet, and I low-key wish I never made it, because then I could actually like be gassed for me to try and get to #1. But
Okay, next fact. JJ met his girlfriend on Tinder. True or false?
it is true. Yes. I don't know. I feel like it's a new wave, isn't it? It's a new way of meeting people. Like, normally, I'd say back in the day, a lot of people would just go to clubs or know someone at work, etc. Whereas now I'm able to find someone that I can actually like, that I actually like physically, and then after a few dates, know if I actually want to, like, have a relationship with them.
Yeah.
It didn't even take a few dates. It took like months, almost a year before I was like, actually, yeah, I want her to be my girlfriend. Like, it's one of those things where...
So it's a long process.
Yeah. I hate rushing into things. Like,
It's just interesting that you're on Tinder, though, because I think if anyone saw your picture, they would expect that they're getting catfished. It just feels unusual.
That's not him.
Unusual to have someone as famous as yourself on there.
I got banned so many times. I think...
Did you?
all my numbers are banned. Yeah, so I can't actually go on Tinder anymore because I'm just banned because everyone just reports me for being a catfish. But
What a nightmare.
yeah, but I don't know. I just want to just be me in it.
But what was the bio then? Did you reference like, because that's a hard one, because normally in people's bios on a dating site you want to brag about your positives, right? But a lot of yours you probably want to sort of shield away, or did you just put it out there like links to the YouTube or like
no.
screen grab the
so-
bank balance? What did you do?
So to try and prove that it was real, I used to link my Instagram, and then I got a bit embarrassed, so I took that off, and then I would just put up normal photos on me. So it's not like pictures that you would go, oh yeah, that's KSI. You just go, oh, that kind of looks like KSI. Wait, is that?
Yeah, got you.
Yeah.
So, but then when you're in a conversation with someone, surely their first thing is that you've got to prove who you are to them. So, did you have a sort of tried and tested method for being able to prove yourself? What would you do?
How do you do
photo
that? It's like,
or
it is actually me.
I'll just message them on Instagram.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just DM them. Yeah. And then judging from their reaction, I would decide if I actually want to meet them.
Yeah, got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
So if they're like, oh my god, what? Then I'd be like, all right, I'm not meeting you.
Okay, next one. True or false? JJ had never done any boxing before his first fight.
That is actually false.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so I actually did do boxing. There was this thing called Rulam Sports. That was my first taste of boxing against one of the Smiths. I believe it was I don't want to get his name wrong. Callum Smith.
Right.
I actually I had a little training session with him, like filmed.
So your first fight, I'm just trying to remember it. Was this the Joe Weller fight?
Yes.
So you hadn't had like loads of experience before that fight.
Oh no. Like when I was like training in quotation marks with Callum Smith, I wasn't actually trained. Like it was just for filming. So it wasn't like actual like training. It was just like a little fun piece that I would do. So I would just jump into random sports and try to do it. So boxing was one. I tried to do gymnastics as well. I did running, etc. I did all types of random sports for this Rulam Sports thing.
So is this the next thing then? Like I'm just wondering then, like we can carry on with the boxing, you can keep, earning good money, selling out to massive crowds. Keep doing the boxing, but then at some point you could maybe switch it up. We could see a YouTuber 100 meters. We could see I don't know, shot put, discus. We could take on any one of these disciplines. Diving. I mean, I'd love to see you dive. That'd be wonderful.
I think we definitely. I definitely want to try and push a whole football thing for either next year or the year after. Just like with YouTubers and celebrities, and just get everyone involved. Do it for charity and just do some cool things with it. I think that's something I'm looking to do in the future. I want to have my own label and get a load of rappers, singers, YouTubers, and put them in doing their thing and just help promote them. I want to try and work on more music, work on more EPs, and just try and just do more. I'm in this space where I'm able to do whatever I want, so I might as well make the most of it and try and help as many people as possible.
That's great. I've seen a lot of that this week as well, because at the end of what has been a particularly heavy week, it was seeing people who have influence on social media going out there and saying, almost trying to encourage and empower especially young black people to get out there, and here's this platform and here's that platform, and if you need some advice, my DMs are open.
Well, I mean, I've always been helping as much as I can anyway. So, and obviously with this whole situation, especially in America, you can just see it's just full of people who are just frustrated at a system that has failed them, and they just want to try and get their names heard, get their voices heard, and ultimately they want justice. The 4 cops that ended that man's life, that murdered that man, need to be held accountable for. And I feel like because the whole world is watching, America during this whole time, they have to now be in line. They have to, stay in check now. And I think that's a good thing that, the world is just watching, and now they just have to just behave and just, I mean, the thing is, even with the world watching, like, they're still doing a madness. So it's I don't know. It just shows like it's a system that is just it just failed, and it just needs a complete rehaul, and it's gonna take years, decades. But this is the first time in a long time where you can definitely see that change is happening, and yeah, it's sad to see, but it's hopeful at the same time.
How have your followers reacted to everything this week? Have you noticed any sort of major changes? Has it been something that you've been keeping a close eye on?
Yeah, I've just seen unity. I've just seen unity in the whole, in my whole fan base. Like, everyone, is aiming for this one goal, and that is, justice, and everyone just having a fair share at human rights. Like, that's at the end of the day, that's what it is. Like, a lot of people just ultimately, everyone just wants fair human rights, and there's definitely people who just aren't getting that, and it needs to change. And my audience sees that, and I'm glad, and I'm glad that there's unity and everyone is coming together for this one moment.
But it is true, a lot of people do really look up to you, and I think you're so inspiring. I really do, because as you said, like, you recognize that you can make opportunities for yourself, but that also you want to set up a label and you want to make opportunities for other people. And it sounds like you're excited about providing those opportunities for other people, which is just a really positive and lovely thing to hear.
Thank you, man. Thank you. But I mean, like, that's, for me, like, that's always just been one of my driving points in my life. Like, doing everything myself and being selfish. It's just, I don't want to be seen as that guy that just doesn't care about anyone but himself and dies lonely. I want to be someone that dies with hundreds of thousands of millions of people, there at my funeral, maybe either in person or online, just fully respecting everything that I've done. And, you don't do that by just being selfish. You do that by helping as many people as possible. And that's just what I've been doing. That's what I've been doing all my life with, the Sidemen, with many friends on YouTube, the UK YouTube scene. There's countless people that would say that I've helped them with anything. And, even as little as me messaging someone that who has been seen as suicidal or is seen as, in a lot of pain, I've just messaged them and gone, yo, what's up? Like, I'm here to talk. And, a lot of them don't expect that because, who I am and how big I am and all this and that. So it's cool to be a nice person in my position. You don't have to be, I don't want to say a bad word, but you don't want to have to be a certain person to be where I'm at today. You can actually be kind and nice and be in this position. So yeah,
I agree with that to an extent, but when you're in the boxing ring face to face with Logan Paul, I see a very angry JJ.
No, obviously when it comes to boxing, yeah, it's very different.
I mean, looking back at that whole experience from where I was seeing it with the last Logan Paul fight, you had 5 Live doing the commentary. You had Buncey there covering it. you know, I'll be honest with you, I was cynical about at the start. It felt to me that you got the respect of people like Steve Bunce, which in turn really translated to people like me.
Well, I mean, with the whole respect thing, I think, you know, like, you have to respect anyone that is willing to train for a certain amount of months, weeks, and then get in a ring in front of millions, thousands, you know, or like 10 people in a ring, no head guards, you know, 10-ounce gloves, like, to be able to get in the ring and do that and perform is mad. And, you know, it's not like we did like 3 rounds of like 2 minutes. It was 6 rounds, 3 minutes. Like, it was a proper fight. And I think that's why the level of respect has gone up, because, you know, a lot of people just can't do that. So
I can't even imagine. I definitely can't. You know, when you go see boxing, I've seen Joshua a couple of times, and you go and see it, and you just realise, like, when you see people who have never done boxing, they get into a ring, you can't do it. And you occasionally see it on TV. They put a couple of celebrities together, that kind of thing. It's an insane level of fitness and responsibility on yourself to step into the ring and do that. You must just be so proud looking back at it.
Oh yeah, like, even get knocked down and still come up and still win. It's like it's ridiculous. And my team helped me along the whole way. Like, it was a tough camp. Like I cried in that camp because it was hard. It was tough. It was, you know, it's one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life.
It does go back to your mindset, though, that you can do anything that you set your mind to, really.
Yeah, exactly. That's when it all comes down to that, man. And, you know, I tell people, like, I'm the best example of this, because I had 0 subscribers on YouTube, and I brought my way up to the position I'm at today. People are inspired and influenced by that, because they can go, actually, if JJ can do it, I can do it as well. And that's the message what I keep trying to push.
We need to talk about Gogglebox, right? You know, Scott was saying earlier about you being on Lorraine and your place being really untidy. I've seen the picture that they've put out there saying that you're going to be on Gogglebox. It's looking beautifully clean, tidy, spick and span, lovely sofas. You're ready to go.
Yeah, well, you got to thank the Gogglebox crew for that. They did all of that.
Has it been fun?
Oh my God, it was I think it was arguably the best thing I've done on TV. Like, I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did. Like, it was literally, you know, I was just chilling with my mate, and we were just watching stuff. And I was like, wow, like, I just react to stuff anyway. And, like, whenever,
this is what you do. Like, this must be a no-brainer for you. You do reaction videos all the time.
Well, yeah, exactly. So it was just so easy. The director, like, hardly said anything, because she was just like, you guys just know what to do anyway. So it's just great.
What is the experience of doing it? Because I've heard from a few mates that have done this, and it's like you get little tasters of TV shows. Is that right? It's like you see 5 minutes of it, or do you actually see the whole show? How's it work?
No. So we don't see the whole show. We